Iran News Today. In Iran's presidential runoff election, reformist Masoud Pezeshkian is leading hardliner Saeed Jalili. The current count for Iran's presidential runoff election shows that reformist contender Masoud Pezeshkian now has a lead of more than 2 million votes against hardliner Saeed Jalili located in the UAE capital of Dubai. The lead of reformist candidate Masoud Pezeshkian over hardliner Saeed Jalili in Iran's presidential runoff election, which is still running, grew early Saturday to more than 2 million votes. As the lead of the heart surgeon and lifelong politician Pezeshkian rose over the hardline former nuclear negotiator Jalili, supporters of Pezeshkian took to the streets of Tehran and other towns before sunrise to rejoice. However, even with a Pezeshkian victory, Iran would still be in a precarious position due to rising Mideast tensions caused by the Israel-Hamas conflict in the Gaza Strip, Iran's nuclear program, and the approaching U.S. election, which could threaten any prospect of peace between Tehran and Washington. One poll official, Mohsen Eslami, reported that Pezeshkian had 12.7 million votes, well ahead of Jalili's 10.4 million. As counting continued, he did not provide a total turnout figure. With the lowest turnout since the Islamic Revolution of 1979 in the first round of voting on June 28, the Islamic Republic saw its history. The Shiite theocracy in Iran has been feeling the heat from years of sanctions that have crippled the economy, as well as from enormous protests and severe crackdowns on any kind of dissent. Iranian officials have long cited high voter participation as evidence of support for this system. As voting began, officials in the government up to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei anticipated a greater turnout. State media broadcast footage of relatively short lineups at several polling locations nationwide. Several hundred locations in Tehran's capital city reported low traffic due to the tight security presence, however internet videos suggested that other polls were empty. Amid heightened tensions in the region, the vote takes place. Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthi rebels in Yemen are among the paramilitary organizations that Tehran supports in the area. They are also involved in the conflict and have intensified their strikes since April, when Iran made its first direct attack on Israel over the Gaza war. As if that weren't enough, Iran is enriching uranium to levels close to weapons grade and has enough on hand to construct multiple nuclear warheads if it so desires. Whoever wins the presidency might steer Iran's foreign policy toward conflict or cooperation with the West, while Khamenei ultimately has the last say on all affairs of state. A recurring theme during the campaign was the potential consequences of a Trump victory in November, given that Trump unilaterally withdrew the United States from the nuclear agreement with Iran in 2018. There has been no discernible return to the goal of limiting Tehran's nuclear program in exchange for the reversal of economic sanctions, notwithstanding Iran's indirect engagement with the administration of President Joe Biden. Among the 61 million Iranians who could cast ballots, almost 18 million were in the voting age bracket of 18 to 30. In an effort to increase turnout, the voting period was prolonged until midnight instead of 6 p.m. Before his tragic death in a May helicopter crash, President Ebrahim Raisi was considered a protege of Khamenei and a possible heir to the position of supreme leader. Nonetheless, he was well known for his part in Iran's 1988 mass killings and the brutal repressions of dissent that followed demonstrations over the 2022 murder of Mahsa Amini, a young woman arrested for allegedly not wearing the hijab correctly. _____. From Tehran, Iran, Badat reported. The reporting for this came from Nasser Karimi in Tehran.